Welcome back, Hades, episode 4 or 5. I think it's going to. Yeah, it's going to be episode 5 at this point. And I just realized in the previous episode that it's probably not.
Hypnos must be on break.
It's probably not the most fun idea to
what
end.
jobs the house contractor has available.
Can I talk? Thanks. I'm kidding. It's probably not a good idea to end an episode right at the end of a run, because then it means that the next episode starts at the house. And I think it's better for episodes to start right at the beginning of runs, because that's a bit more exciting. So this time what we'll do is we'll do house exploration. We'll do a run. We'll do house exploration again. And then by the time we have left, we'll see if there's time for another run. And if not, the next episode will just start with another run. But yeah, let's see. I think with 1 nectar, I'm going to give Achilles a gift.
Hey, Achilles. Look, this really isn't much, but here.
This really is for me? You beat me to it then, as I had meant to give you this when next we spoke. Please, take it.
Thanks so much, sir.
Myrmidon Bracer.
I have to say, lad, authorizing transfer of the fated list from the old archives straight into your chambers. Bold of you. And right beneath your father's nose at that.
Oh, that? Just another job from the house contractor near as I'm concerned, sir. Not like anything on the list was getting done while it was stuck in the archives besides.
Well, that's the spirit, I suppose. If there's one thing I know, it's that the 3 fates always get their way. But if you wish to help them go about it, then perhaps they'll pay you back in kind.
I wouldn't mind their help, I guess. You call my chambers a mess? Look at your desk, father. Whatever happened to your court musician, huh? Where's his sentencing parchment work? Stuck in Tartarus all because he stopped singing for you on command?
My desk is far more organized than you, boy. And if you're so concerned about our court musician, why don't you commute his sentence yourself? Seeing as I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Sure, happy to oblige. I'll just ask the house contractor since you're too busy. Contractor, mind locating the court musician's sentence when you get the chance?
Well, let's see.
There we go.
So, it costs the thing they just talked about, the court musician's sentence. It costs 1 diamond, which we got 3 of from beating the Bone Hydra 3 times so far. Sealed document. Free Orpheus from solitary confinement. Let's do that.
In the name of Hades, I commute our court musician's sentencing effective now.
Oh, hello.
Ah, Orpheus.
And then, with the 40 gemstones that we have, so we could, I think, here's the thing, like, I think most of the time I need we have an option here, right? We can add a fountain chamber to Asphodel, we can add a fountain chamber to Elysium. I think in Elysium, I'm going to need it more, and also, we can only get 1 upgrade here, we can't buy more than 1 with the amount that we have. So I think I'm just gonna go with it either way.
All right. If this isn't a good expenditure of resources, then I don't know what is.
What is it that you're on about?
And let's say hello to Orpheus.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I understand you liberated me from my eternal punishment. And so I have returned to serve your father here. Thanks.
Orpheus, you're back. Look, don't get on father's bad side like that and you're going to be fine. Besides, right now I think he's angry with me.
I grieve for you, my friend. But if you've come to ask me for a song, why, I'm afraid I must stand firm about my answer.
It's all right. Father can't make you sing if you don't want to.
Now, I could be wrong, but you know how in the previous episode I said that Zagreus' voice actor is also the same as Kelly's, and it's they're also the I guess composer for the music of the game. I have a hunch, but I'm not sure. I think Orpheus is also the same voice actor, but I will check and I will say in the editing, I'll add a little note to say if I'm right or wrong about that.
You have been served a pact of punishment now, child. I thought to talk your father out of it at first, but it may serve to let you grow your power even more.
Something about setbacks building character, I guess. I didn't take you for someone to look on the bright side of things, Nix.
It is a point of fact. If you can overcome the conditions of the pact, your influence throughout this realm shall surely grow. Though do not overextend, of course.
No problem whatsoever, I'm sure.
I hope you're having a nice day. Even though you don't want to live here anymore, Your Highness.
And there she goes again. Meg must have gone back already.
Let's take a look at the lounge.
Thanatos, featured servant of the house.
Kind of like employee of the month.
Wretched broker, what's new, my friend?
I don't think I want anything here. So, another thing from the previous episode that I now kind of regret is the fact that we switched to Ruthless Reflex. And I thought that because in Hades 2 I'd gotten used to, having one dash, this would be a good idea, right? But I think, I might be wrong about this, but I think that in Hades 2 the dash is longer, which allows you to dodge out of way more, areas of damage. Whereas the dashes here are a bit shorter, which is why I think Greater Reflex might serve me better. Because I just got hit by so many things in the previous episode that I would have been able to dodge perfectly well either with Greater Reflex in this game or probably with just the regular dash from the second game. Now, before we should probably unlock more talents here now because we have darkness to spend. So I'm going to do that.
Show me something new.
Let's see what the options are. Boiling Blood. Deal bonus attack and special damage to foes with cast in them, plus 10 per rank. You might have noticed in previous episode that on big enemies, I kind of had this habit of, casting on the enemy and then attacking them. This is because I'm used to having, the bonus from this. And I think we'll actually be able to pay the entire way up to 50%. So yeah, let's see if we can do that. Oh yeah, we certainly can. And then we have Infernal Soul. Raise your supply of casts, plus 1 per rank. So at the moment we have only 1 cast. If we play 20 Darkness, then we have plus 1, which means total of 2. And now with 80, which is the, I guess plus 2 is the maximum. So we can cast 3 times, which is pretty cool. Another application, of course, of cast, now that we have the entire, upgrades for all of the upgrades for it, is that some cast boons are actually worth having 3 charges of, and we might see that pretty soon. But yeah, the next talents are going to take 10 keys. We're quite a long ways from that.
My power grows.
Let's see what the Fatalist has for
Prophecy
us.
fulfilled.
Okay. The Reluctant Musician. The son of the god of the dead shall someday commute a master musician's sentence to solitary confinement in Tartarus. So we just did it, which means we get 80 gems.
Tartarus is gloomy enough without Orpheus in it.
Which means I'll go back to the Contractor in a moment. Goddess of the Hunt is new. We just need to find more boons from her. Same with Swiftness is Hermes. And the Twin Fists is the weapon that we unlocked the last time. So, let's go back to the Contractor.
Nyx must be someplace else.
And buy both of these.
Let's go with this assignment, Contractor. My father surely would approve.
Of all the things, you think that takes priority?
Ooh, and now we have another option. Each Infernal Trove contains more. I think... No, let's buy this. This is a bit exciting. So sometimes urns are going to be kind of like golden or shiny, which means we can get money from them.
This looks to be an excellent investment, Contractor. Go on and make it so.
You've no authority in my domain.
And thus starts the legacy of me missing golden urns throughout this playthrough. Oh, and there's Meg.
What do you want from me? Leave me alone. We've nothing to discuss here anymore.
I was just checking up on you. Just let me know if you wanted to talk for any reason.
I'm not interested in having company, especially from you. You stay the hell away while I'm off duty.
Hey, room.
Okay, let's get prepared for a run.
Special delivery for you back there, boyo. Hey, pal, watch where you throw those bloodstone things of yours. You drop them, you go pick them up, you understand? But if somebody gives you grief, you got my permission to chuck one right in his eye.
I'll just aim generally for the midsection since the eyes are a lot harder to hit in my experience.
All right. So
Hey, look at that.
there's a new weapon. We don't have nearly enough keys to unlock it, so I guess we'll find out another time. And I would say it's been a little bit since we last used the spear, so I think this would be a nice opportunity.
It's time, Varatha. That one looks interesting.
All right, we got a few new keepsakes this time around, so let's see what they do. Myrmidon Bracer, we just got it from Achilles. Take -% damage from the front, but take +10% damage from the back. Sounds alright. Lambent Plume from Hermes. You gain +1% dodge chance and move speed each time you quickly clear an encounter. So you know what? I think, and by the way, if you take this off, like if you switch this to a new keepsake, you lose the effect. So this is one of those keepsakes that you're going to want to like keep from the beginning, like as long as possible during a run. And I think it would be a fun and interesting challenge to see how many encounters I can clear as quickly as possible and gain plus dodges from. Let's try that this time. Okay, so as you can see, with the spear, we've already beaten Tartarus and Asphodel, so we're not gonna get Titan Blood and Diamonds from it. But before I even increase, the heat to the new rank, like if I add this, for example.
Don't need to turn the heat gauge so high to earn those bounties.
Never mind. So I guess you need to earn all the bounties from a certain, tier before you can start gathering bounties from the next tier. So we still need to beat a run with the spear in order to get more of these from Tartarus and Asphodel.
Wretches of the underworld, take heed.
Hey, that's the Eternal Spear Varatha, isn't it? Your father used to use that, didn't he? A bit ornate for hunting, but a spear's a spear, is what I like to say.
Okay. So now that we have 3 casts, we could go for a true shot. Could be interesting. However, the thing is, unless we get boons that make it better, casts stay lodged into enemies for like 10 seconds. So I don't think this would be a good boon to start with. But I will keep an eye for casts on this run to demonstrate it better. I think for now, I'd rather just get something to deal more damage with, and I'll go with Deadly Strike for that. And let's try to clear encounters as quickly as possible, because then, as you can see, we get +1 dodge chance and move speed as a result.
More trouble. Useless. Shiny.
And in fact, I'm going to play a little bit reckless this time around because I want to make sure to, boost this by as much as possible, which is kind of like, kind of feeding into itself, because the more you manage to clear fast, the more reckless you can play because of the extra dodge chance that you get, which is pretty fun. Let's get more Artemis. Where are the enemies? Just do that.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, there's True Shot again, but then here's Hunter's Mark. And I think this is going to help us clear rooms very, very fast. So I'm going to go with this, even though the other 2 boons have kind of like this faded choice onto them. We'll get there eventually.
That was the Lambent Plume.
Definitely HP here, I think.
That's good.
Yeah, let's get a mini boss here and get more gems. Or I guess not mini boss, but upgraded room. And as you can see with the Hunter's Mark, things get pretty spicy.
Gemstones.
And even though you take a little bit of damage... Oh, by the way, here's a golden urn. Once you destroy it,
Lucky find.
you get 5 coins. Not too much, but still better than nothing. And as you can see, the Hunter's Mark is helping us clear stuff a lot quickly, and we get the Lemon Plume upgrades.
My keepsake.
Athena, interesting. Okay.
Blasted Doomstone then.
So yeah, as you can see, I used the cast in order to get 50% extra damage on this enemy.
Broken to bits.
And unfortunately, it doesn't stack if you have more than one cast stone inside one enemy.
I so look forward to our meeting face to face amongst the gods, dear cousin. Olympus shall be merrier and wiser once you're here.
Okay. Your special is stronger and can deflect. I don't know that I'm too interested in that. I was hoping to see maybe, Divine Dash here. Bronze skin is never bad, just take less damage overall. And after you take damage, damage foes around you and briefly deflect. Now here's an interesting thing. In the base game, when you don't play on Hell mode, and you don't have this, what is it called? Personal liability. Basically, you don't get invisibility frames, which means if a constant stream of damage is like damaging you, like a laser or something like that, or in episode 2, you might remember that like one spread shot from a witch, just melted my HP. What this helps do is prevent that, because the instant you take damage, you receive like not only you don't only deal like revenge damage, but also it's going to prevent further damage. And I think I would rather get that this time. Also because it's a fated choice. We haven't gotten it yet before. I'm going to take that.
The Shield of Light. Back to dust. My plume grew stronger.
So yeah, as you can see, the Hunter's Mark and the Lemon Plume have a really good synergy. Oops, stepped on the trap.
More coming.
Even more, huh? I wonder if the timer for Lemon Plume adjusts for that. Like the fact that there's so many more enemies in the same room. There we go. Yeah, it seems like we didn't get it this time. So it seems to me like even though this room had far more enemies than previous ones, the timer still remained the same, and we didn't manage to hit it in time. As you can see, the shield that we got from that damage was very, very brief. But again, in cases like that time when we got melted from the spread shot, it does end up making a lot of a difference.
Sorry, Hermes.
Yeah. Okay. Seems like we need to get faster. Okay. We get a Daedalus hammer. Let's see what the upgrades are. Massive spin. Your spin attack deals plus 125% damage and hits a larger area. This could be good in order to clear rooms faster. Breaching Skewer. Your special deals plus 400 damage to armor. That sounds really good. Also could help with speed. And charging your spin attack makes you sturdy and pulse 40 damage. I think, so it's in my mind, it's between these two. Armor could be really good to strip with a special, especially later on in the game when we start fighting a lot of enemies with, you know, high amounts of armor. And also the spin attack, I'm always kind of wary of focusing on it because you do stand in place while doing it and enemies can just attack you. So I think let's go with Breaching Skewer here, and I'll try to find some kind of special damage boost boon.
Just right.
To get it to work with it. Yeah, I'm gonna get some darkness here.
To help for sure.
And nothing else. Nectar is always great to get. Man, I missed the plume by just 1 second. That's unfortunate. HP or shop? Let's go HP. And up to the boss. So now, whenever you challenge... Okay, well, I'll let them speak first.
Nice to meet you. Hey, you must be one of Meg's sisters. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Agrius. Not murderer, definitely not.
Murderer. Murderer.
Look, I've done some things that maybe aren't great, but I am very, very sure I haven't murdered anyone.
Murderer.
What is she? That's one way to prove I'm innocent.
So yeah, a couple things there. First of all, the first thing that I wanted to say before I entered the room is that the first time, or rather after the first time you get a bounty, if you can't get it again, then instead you just get a bunch of darkness. I can't remember if the rewards changed based on the boss, but you get meta currency instead. The second thing is, as you can see, different boss this time. And I will say it has been a long time since I fought her. So that's why I was quite rusty, as you saw, when it comes to fighting her and like dealing with her mechanics and movesets. But yeah, thankfully survived. Didn't get, didn't lose the Death Defiance. I didn't notice, but I think...
Where do you think you're going?
Off to ask, you know exactly where.
Oh, funny. Voice lines kind of overlap there. But I do think, it seems, that the Lambent Plume upgraded from that fight, because apparently I beat it relatively fast. So sometimes being hasty rewards you. Now I would switch here,
Well, bother
but
asking how come all my keepsakes are here.
like I said, I want to keep going as much as possible with the Lambent Plume to upgrade it. Like, if you switch it off now, you don't retain the bonus dodge chance and move speed as far as I'm aware. Might be worth it to buy this, just to kind of top ourselves off in terms of HP. I will get this. And, do I care about any of this? There is a case to be made for selling Holy Shield for 85, but I am curious to kind of like go through the run with it, just on the off chance that, you know, a long stream of damage would hit us normally, and I'll be able to showcase how useful it is that Holy Shield prevents it from happening. So I won't sell anything here.
Let's go up. Change of scenery, at least. Fool.
Would be interesting to see Hermes comment on the fact that we're carrying the Lambent Plume. Oh, we got a healing item there. That's good. Another one. We got it. Have we gifted Hermes already? Oh yeah, duh. We have the Lambent Plume. Of course we gifted Hermes already.
Can't help but notice you've been timing yourself, boss. Good habit, that. Keep an eye on the time, you'll get faster and faster. Not as fast as me, mind.
Yep, I think that's a comment on the plume. By the way, so you can't see my mouse at the moment while doing the dialogue, but look at Hermes's messenger bag. There's a tiny little turtle hiding in there, and I don't think we've seen it in the Hades 2 mini-series that I've had so far, but his sprite there, or rather like his art there, also has the same turtle, but the turtle seems to have grown a little bit and become a lot more extroverted. So that's really fun. Okay. Quick recovery. After taking damage, quickly dash to recover some HP lost. Could be nice. Rush delivery, you deal bonus damage based on any move speed you get. And this is fantastic with Lambent Plume, because that means right now we're only going to get like 5% extra damage, or just 5.5%. That's still pretty good, right? But it's only going to get better and better as we go through the run. So even though we haven't gotten these two yet, first of all, these are two really good boons in and of themselves, so like I know I'm definitely going to want to take them in some other runs, but this time I'm definitely going to take Rush Delivery. Okay, we get a Chaos room, but the thing is, a Chaos room means you don't get another chance to upgrade Lambent Plume, so we really need to be considerate of this. And also it's gonna cost some HP, right? Like 24. I don't know, I think the thing is, I know that I do want to get a special boon, and this might be a good opportunity to get one from Aphrodite. And Aphrodite, as mentioned in the previous episode, is the highest bonus damage percentage that you can get from any god. So I think that'll be a good good conjunction with the Daedalus Hammer that we got. But for now, as you can see, even without a boon, like it helps demolish armor pretty well. Then you can just attack regularly.
Right on cue. Thank you.
All right, we got the plume. Have we gifted Aphrodite yet? Yes, we have. Okay.
You've met Athena, dearest, so you know not all the ladies on Olympus are alike. And I, for one, am grateful to our forebears for that.
Oh, I was hoping for a moment that that was going to be a duo moment, but I guess not. But there we go. We get Heartbreak Flourish. Even though it's like base level, that's still really good because plus 80% damage is fantastic. So yeah, because I want to melt armor with that, I'm definitely going to take it. And we got a healing item from the... yeah. Okay, interesting choice. HP is always good. Hermes is always good. And Aphrodite, now that we have Heartbreak Flourish, could also be interesting. But do we get to see... No, we don't get to see the boons from her at the moment. All the ones that we can get. So in my mind, it's probably between Hermes and HP. And I think there's going to be far more opportunities for HP. So I'm going to go with Hermes.
Let's get out of here.
Might help us get a boon that, you know, makes things faster too. Oh, nice.
Oh, good. This has to be the chamber renovation I put in. In the name of Hades.
Okay. Flurry cast. Hold cast to fire in rapid successions. Not very interesting. Quick recovery after taking damage. We've seen that before. And greater evasion is plus 10% dodge chance. I think that's really good synergy with the fact that we're going to get more from Lambent Plume. It's going to just allow us to be a lot more reckless and like try to clear rooms a lot faster. So I'm gonna get it. Ooh, an upgraded boon from Athena. This might be a good chance to get a Divine Dash.
You're not due, sir.
Back here. I've never seen this happen before. This is so weird. What the hell? Come back here.
There goes the power couple.
I didn't notice if we got an upgrade here. That's fine. We've definitely gifted Athena before, right? Yeah. Okay.
Olympus, I accept this message.
And I just realized earlier too, there's no way that boon from Aphrodite could have been a duo because that was the first Aphrodite boon that we got. And for a duo to happen, you need to have at least one boon from the two gods that would be duoing, right? Here's an interesting choice. Divine Dash is always good, right? To be able to deflect stuff with dashes is fantastic. But an epic phalanx shot could also be pretty fun. Especially since we have 3 casts now. Although, because we haven't gotten Divine Dash yet, and it's one of the best ones in the game, I am kind of itching to show it live. So, let's take that. And yeah, as you can see now, when they shoot stuff at us, we can deflect it back at them for extra damage. Boom. Pretty good. I mean, it doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it's still better than nothing. Also defensively, of course.
I'll take them.
Another thing, especially for the Lambent Plume, is that I should remember to use casts more often now that I have 3 of them.
Something I need.
And you know what? This might be cool. This might be really helpful with the Lambent Plume. Like, you deal, your first hit on an enemy is like, you know, plus 50% damage. Nah, you know what? I don't think it's gonna be worth it. That's fine. Ooh, dual boon. For both Athena and Artemis. Definitely taking that. And also, so here's an interesting thing. A lot of the time, when there's a choice between
Favor to choose.
when there's a choice between like Athena and another god, usually I go for the other god first because what Athena does, she just adds kind of like shields to different enemies at different times, and that's not very dangerous at all. You just have to wait them out, right? But because those shields might end up, you know, costing us like a Lambent Plume upgrade, I think once again I'm going to be risky and I'm going to go for Athena first. Risky taking damage from Artemis for the chance of upgrading the Lambent Plume.
I am most grateful.
Okay, Phalanx Shot again. Deathless Stand. Death Defiance makes you impervious longer, replenish one use. So we already have all of our uses intact, so the replenish one use is not going to do anything. And getting just 2 extra seconds of impervious while triggering Death Defiance, not very interesting. It's going to be more useful once we unlock 3 of these at once, but not anytime soon. I think I'll just take Bronze Skin for the plus. Oh, but there's Phalanx Shot again. Nah, I think because we're playing risky, I think I'd rather go with Bronze Skin. I don't have time to like be shooting phalanxes around.
What made you think I'd stand for this from you?
No hard feelings, Lady Artemis. Let's give her a show.
And with Divine Dash, we just deflect their bombs that they drop when they die. Oops. Did we not get the Lambent Plume upgrade? We didn't, man. Have to be really fast, and I think we're not dealing enough damage in time. That's unfortunate.
Got to say, you handled yourself pretty well back there. I can't stay mad after a show like that.
It was a bit chaotic, I have to say. Ooh, Support Fire might be nice. After you cast or hit with an attack or special, fire a Seeking Arrow. Our attacks are pretty fast, I would say, especially when there are a lot of enemies around, so like getting plus 10 damage for each one of those hits is going to be significant over time. But then there's Pressure Points, which in and of itself just adds kind of like 4% extra damage, because like critical chance is plus 2, and then 200% damage is like the critical bonus. But the thing is, it also adds, you know, it has the added benefit of triggering more hunter marks. I think Support Fire will still be better here though. And I think Infernal Troves also give an opportunity for Lambent Plume to grow. So let's give it a try. And of course I also want the Darkness.
Those troves are not for you.
No time to lose.
As you can see, the green arrows kind of shoot out whenever we attack, which is pretty fun. Where's the other one? There it is.
Oh, you lived through all of that.
So I guess Lambent Plume can't grow with this. That's fine.
Thank you, Father.
And let's go to a shop. I think this is going to be the pre-boss shop. Yes, it is. Hello.
Charon, mate. Now, hypothetically, if I provided you with, say, 1,000 coins, would you be willing to give me a ride in your beautiful boat? Upriver, I should say, specifically. I had to ask.
So yeah, let's buy a boon here.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
This could be interesting. Your cast is a wide, short-range blast that inflicts weak. This is kind of like the shotgun blast that I referred to like previously. Aphrodite's Aid could be really cool with Lambent Plume, because once you get a call, you can charm an enemy, and the enemy is going to help you deal damage with against others. As well, against bosses, once you charge it up to maximum, instead of charming an enemy, it deals 2500 damage, which is a massive blast, which could get us, you know, secure like Lambent Plume upgrades during like mini bosses or bosses. Then your weak effects have a longer duration, and this can be very useful once we unlock more like a specific mirror upgrade that we don't have yet. I think I'm gonna go with Aphrodite's Aid here. And let's see if we can upgrade something good.
I'll take this one.
Reduced damage from foes, not that interesting. Arrow damage, not that interesting. Hunter's Mark, critical chance being higher, I think is pretty good. So yeah. And yeah, as you can see, even here, it's going to be darkness now that we've already found this bounty before.
Bone Hydra, you look positively smashing.
Leave it to me, dearest.
So there you go. As you can see, the Aphrodite Aid ended up helping us secure the plume upgrade, because as soon as the third phase, the final phase I should say, started, I just threw a cast onto the the boss to get them to take 50% more damage, and as a result, I assume that instead of 2500 damage, it ended up being like what 3750 damage, something like that. Just pretty nasty. It basically melted the final phase right away. This is why it can be fantastic on bosses.
You are testing my patience.
So definitely not switching.
Sounds like progress to me.
Oh, and you know what? Rush Delivery might have increased the damage from the bonus from the call as well. I don't think I'm gonna want to buy. You know what? Nemesis Crest could be really good for Plume. You deal plus 50% damage striking foes from behind. If we really keep an eye on that and try to prioritize dealing damage from behind, this might be fantastic. So I'm gonna get that, even though it's 60, which is pretty expensive. Ooh, and you know what? 20% move speed means also for like 8 chambers, which is quite a lot, also means more damage from Rush Delivery. It's like 10% more damage. So I'm definitely gonna, for 10 gold, that's a steal, I think.
Should be useful.
And I don't think there's anything here I want to sell. So let's go.
Get out of this damn heat.
And here's hoping that from the upcoming Daedalus Hammer, we get something that helps us deal more regular attack damage.
Pleasant temperature.
There's the hammer. A lot of the time, the hammer in Elysium shows up right in the first chamber, so that's fun.
coming.
And I guess here we should be using Call. Well, not on that one, but let's do on that one. Make them attack for us. Hope I can get Clue in time. Ah, we didn't. That's a shame. Quick spin. Your spin attack charges up much and recovers much faster. I don't know about that. Serrated point. Your dash strike hits 3 times, but your dash has minus 25% range. That might be pretty good. That might help us, deal more damage in a faster amount of time. And also because it hits 3 times, it might trigger more critical hits and hunter marks. Although, Chain Skewer, which we've seen before, hits up to 7 foes and deals plus 30 base damage for each. If there are a lot of, armored enemies, that could be really good. But I think I'm curious to test this one. So let's test it real quick.
Me with this spear.
The dash, as you can see, is a lot shorter, but you can see that there's 3 attacks right after another. So we might even want to just spam, dash attacks for as long as we can to deal a lot more damage. Let's test it.
What else? Feeling good.
We don't have enough money for a shop, so let's just get an upgrade.
Flame wheels.
I hate these. And you know what? I think at this point, using the dash attack is probably even better than special against armored enemies. More plume.
Power of Olympus.
I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm just for the sake of these are barely significant whatsoever. You barely deal damage with the dash. You barely deal damage with the revenge. Much rather deal more damage with the attack. Oh, there's a golden urn. And a trove. Up to 25 sounds good to me.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
Oop, almost stood around to get hit by the trap there.
You did not earn this, boy.
Good enough.
I guess another really good, benefit of Serrated Point is that it flinches enemies for longer because it's technically 3 attacks one after another, right? So there was a moment there where the 3 kind of big carts or chariots just stood in place and couldn't move because I just kept, spamming attacks on them like this. So that's an upgrade that I kind of an upside that I've never considered before.
Soul-sucking butterflies. For now, sinister ball of butterflies. Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, there's Phalanx Shot again. Ooh, and you know what? Okay, your abilities that can deflect also make foes exposed. And the interesting thing is, with Divine Dash, as long as we dash right next to an enemy, they become exposed. And bonus backstab damage, like, is really fantastic for 5 seconds. So I'm definitely taking this. Turning defense into offense. Money or Dionysus? I can't think... I mean, with Dionysus, I feel like the only boons that would be interesting to me are the ones that kind of like revolve around HP, right? So I think I'd rather just get more money so I can choose what to spend it on, and like which would work better with our synergy.
Thank the gods.
Yeah, I think Serrated Point is really giving us, you know, the edge that we need, no pun intended, to get more plume upgrades. And also it's just super strong in general. Okay, we have 300. What could we upgrade with a palm? This could be upgraded, this could be upgraded, both of which would be pretty good. Divine Dash, I don't want to upgrade. This can't be upgraded. This can, but not interesting. This can, not interesting. This can, probably not interesting at this point. Yeah, I don't think there's much that we want to upgrade. Oh, but, you know, Blinding Flash could be upgraded. And we have 300, so I think I'll go with it.
Glad I put in the order for a fountain chamber in this area. Delicious.
Ooh, so do we want plus 20% extra damage against exposed, which we can do pretty reliably? Or do we just want a 6% flat upgrade for anything? Considering bosses look right at me a lot of the time, and that's going to be my biggest concern this run, as tempting as plus 20% extra damage from exposed is, I think I'm gonna go with just a flat attack damage bonus.
That's good.
Within the delicately hewn constructions of Elysium exist places of peace so utterly serene and absolute as mortal kind is seldom to experience during the average short and often painful coil.
Is this really as good as it gets for mortal kind?
Ooh, I mean, I'm really tempted to go for HP, but we haven't seen this event before, so I think I'll take it.
So damned obstinate about every detail, always so unyielding to your doom.
Amid Elysium's moss-covered chambers, carved of stone, stand untold numbers of eternal monuments in tribute to the greatest heroes which mortality can offer, there to honor them in life as well as death.
This place is near as gloomy as the house.
Well, go on, stranger. Plenty more shades looking to fight with you out there.
I'm just passing through. You seem less warlike than the rest. May I ask your name, sir? I'm Zagreus.
Names are there to be forgotten, stranger. You shouldn't be here. May the fates favor your journey. But just in case they don't, here, why don't you take this?
Okay, so we get an option here, kind of like as with the other two events that we found so far with Sisyphus and Eurydice. The first option is Kiss of Styx Premium. Replenish all uses of Death Defiance. Since we have all uses of our Death Defiance, this is going to be useless. Hydrolite Gold. For the next 5 chambers, restore 30% HP whenever you enter a chamber. If we were missing a lot of HP, this would be fantastic. And Cyclops Jerky. For the next 10 encounters, your attack deals plus 60% damage. That is amazing, and I'm definitely going to take that.
Thank you.
Now go.
Okay. There's the HP that I wanted. I'm definitely going to go with that. Lambent Plume ranked up. I can't remember. Does it? So we didn't get the bonus from it, I think, this round. But I can't remember what changes as it levels up. Do we get like more and more percentages? I don't think so. I guess I will check it afterwards. Yes, please. Plus 20% move speed. Just for more encounters. Actually, does this mean we have like plus 40% move speed while both of these are on? Or do they just kind of like overlap in duration? I do seem to be moving a lot faster. So I think it does positively influence. Like we do get more speed. Which is going to be really good for the upcoming boss. Because this is the pre-boss shop. Let's definitely get Artemis.
You know, one thing I'll say for Charon there, he doesn't talk too much. And since neither do you, I'm letting you have this.
Pressure points, once again, is pretty good. Your God Gauge charges up faster when you deal critical damage. That could be interesting. Although it is a pretty small amount. True Shot, again, I really don't care for this at the moment. Pressure points could also just trigger more damage. I think I'll go with pressure points. Don't need healing here, but I will take a random upgrade for 50 coins.
One of my boons got stronger.
Hunter's Mark, not bad. I don't see any golden urns here, so let's just get into the boss.
These two.
So, the Fiend returns to challenge us again, Asterius, despite having experienced such a thorough thrashing by us last time.
You know full well that wasn't a fair fight. Face me yourself and we'll see how you fare.
Silence, you monster! I'll hear no more such wicked lies, half-truths, or quarter-truths. You, however, soon shall hear my blessed spear. Specifically, the sound it makes whilst sliding into your exposed midsection. Defend yourself!
To all our fans, we dedicate this fight to you!
Ready yourself!
Threaten my little goblin.
Why, gods? You try evading this!
Yikes.
Uncontrollably, you monster! For there's naught else you can do against my might!
You're next, King.
Lord Ares, give me your power!
I like the sound of that.
The gods are helping him. Alive and well. Oh, I can't seem to open it.
Alright, first time beating this. We didn't get any plume bonus, but here's a couple of thoughts. First of all, as you can see, 5 HP after Death Defiance. That fight didn't go very well at all, despite the fact that we won. I played way too carelessly. Like at first I thought I would kind of like bounce between them to play more with the, what's it called, with the Hunter's Mark. But then I realized I'm not putting any effort into actually dodging attacks. And that, of course, I paid with blood. The second thing is, first time we've beaten this fight. So that's pretty cool. And also, as you can see, there's like, everyone's like cheering on for like the duo, except this one shade over here. And, I was hoping that usually when you walk by them, it triggers like a, you know, a voice line. But anyway, kind of scary.
I'll take the service exit, thanks.
But let's see what happens.
I shall have to have a word with our king, Theseus.
Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, with everything going, I was wondering to myself, should I take like a different keepsake here? Like, for example, the Lucky Tooth, which gives us an extra death defiance, sort of. A budget death defiance, I should say. But with, you know, rush delivery and everything else going on, I do want to like keep going with this and see how far we can go. I'm definitely going to buy Eye of Lamia here for more healing. And also, darkness.
I'll take that. Should I take the trade?
No, I don't want to sell anything here.
I can do this. I can do this. Ground floor.
At last, the willful prince has ventured all the way up to the surface of the mortal realm. Yet still he is encased within the earth itself. The gateway to the underworld. A threshold from which there is no escape.
We'll see about that. These urns have coin in them. Farthest I've come. Oh no, not this.
The multi-headed Cerberus stands vigilant before the underworld's entryway. The tales of what happens to those foolish enough to attempt to pass are far too graphic to describe.
So it's really come to this, boy. After everything we've been through. Well then, this is how it has to be. There's nothing left to say. Except for, on your guard. No, but seriously, boy. I know why you're here. There has to be a way to make you look the other way. What if I helped you with the satyr problem? Would you let me go? Please. I have to find Persephone. My mother. You know what this means to me.
After a moment's hesitation and deliberation, the voracious hound of hell barks once, affirmatively toward the prince, who sets off in search of something that can sate the monster's appetites.
Good. Now I just need to head off the beaten path here and see what I can find.
Good boy. And
should stock up for the road ahead.
And usually at this final act here, there's a mega shop, which is accessible to you throughout the entire floor, so you can come back to this. And usually you will see one piece of like mega meta currency, kind of like, you know, Titan's Blood or Diamond, I think, but it costs a lot, and I don't think we'll be able to afford it here. Another thing that could be pretty cool. So this anvil here, it gets rid of one random hammer upgrade that you have, so it would be rid of either Breaching Skewer or Serrated Point, and it gives you something else. It gives you two other upgrades instead, so it's a gamble. For example, right here, I would pretty much love to get rid of Breaching Skewer before we enter the final boss, because the final boss doesn't have armor, right, for the most part. But I would hate to lose a Serrated Point. So it's a gamble. First, let's see how much money we can earn before we have to move on, and then see what we want to buy from all this. And also, the palm that costs 100 is just a single power-up, whereas the palm that costs 300, you can see that it has a little bit more glow to it. It means that it's an upgraded palm, and it kind of gives you like a double power-up. I'm pretty sure also, you know what, don't catch me on this, but I think that the 450 boon also gives you, you know, extra high quality, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so the way this floor works, we need to find a satyr sack, and it's hiding in one of these 5 entryways. You don't know where you get it until you find it, but I'm pretty sure, from what I've heard, it can't be in the first one, no matter which one you choose. And also, here when there's like an HP upgrade with a mini boss sign next to it, that means it's going to be a double upgrade. And this going like when it's coins, like it's going to give you extra coin. I think though, I do want to go for this first. I don't want to go for Artemis.
Check this way.
Now, every room here, you're going to find this like spring, right? It doesn't do much except when you're poisoned, because a lot of enemy attacks in this floor cause poison. So as you can see, there's a puddle of poison there. If you stand in it, you get poison, and then you have to run to this to clear it. Also, these tiny rooms are not affected. Like Lambent Bloom can't be upgraded by those tiny rooms here, no matter how fast you go. And I will say that this floor is home to some of the most annoying enemies in the game if you don't know very well how to deal with them. Thankfully, right now I'm flinching them a lot, so they don't even get to act. But otherwise it would be pretty annoying.
Yet. Lady Artemis.
That being said, we did get a plume upgrade here, and it seems like for second level, it gives you 1.1. So I mean, better than nothing, but definitely not as good as the other keepsake upgrades.
In the name of Hades.
Ooh, epic true shot. Now it could be nice. Although in the long run, for large bosses, as we're heading towards the the final boss, this could also be really good. So I think I'll skip true shot for now and go for Hunter Instinct.
Should I take the train?
No, I don't want to sell anything here. So now we've kind of like reached the dead end of this like path, and we haven't found a sack. So this teleports us back.
Get me out of here. Got to find something for Cerberus. Which tunnel?
Now I'll go for the HP. I would feel bad, right? But these seem kind of like zombie mutant rats, if anything. As you can see, they kind of like have, lots of exposed like poisonous parts around them. Seem to be... Oh, need to go cure the poison. Oh, and a funny thing is that you can kind of like deflect those discs that the traps shoot at you. Okay.
Sata storage.
So here's why I went for the HP second. It had the mini-boss logo on it, but the thing is, as mentioned, the second path that you explore and beyond all have, a chance to replace the mini-boss with a fountain. So...
Disgusting. Cerberus will love it.
We got off pretty cheap.
Bit of an aftertaste. Going back.
All right, so now we have an option. We can just give Cerberus, the satyr sack and move on, or if we want to get stronger and if we want to take the risk, we could try to go down these other routes for their upgrades. I think if we go the the money route, we could afford to buy the anvil, but I think just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to get the Aphrodite boon and go.
I can use this.
Looks like we meet again, dearest, here among the foul detritus of the boatman's wares. You truly take me to the best of places.
Not very interested in either of these. I think I'll just take extra week duration.
My heart is full.
Not as helpful as I'd hoped, but what can you do?
All right, boy, I got your favorite treat. But you have to promise to let me pass if I hand it over, okay?
Terrifying Cerberus accepts the fetid sack and scans the darkened hall for where best to consume the stomach-turning contents.
I owe you one, boy.
Cerberus vanquished, in parentheses, not really. Alright, here we are. Go out to the surface.
I did it. Wow. Oh, of course.
I never grew accustomed to the air up here. It gusts senselessly whichever way it pleases. I suppose you must prefer it to the stillness of the air below.
You know, you're right. The air up here seems pretty good so far. But I will reserve judgment till I've had my fill. I have to say, though, Father, the Helm of Darkness suits you. I'm touched you dust it off on my account.
It should not have had to come to this. For all your antics with me yet around the house, I always kept my temper, have I not? Unlike you.
Well, let's see. You've berated me repeatedly and often. You've lied to me, mustered your wretched forces to kill me over and over, but sure, I'll grant you that you've always kept most of your anger bottled up. All that's about to change, then?
We're gods, boy. Killing one another is our lot. Although I always thought I was above it. I told you that you cannot leave this place. It seems I must enforce my rules myself. I'm sending you home. Now.
Let's go.
No, you're going home, not me.
Now. More. You dare lash out against me like this, boy?
I guess so.
Stubborn oaf.
Wretched excuse for a father.
Such utter disrespect. I told you, boy, that there is no escape.
Okay. So, it's been a while since I fought that one.
Damn you, Father.
Yeah. Been a while since I fought Hades. I thought I would be prepared for the timings of his attacks, and as you can see, they deal a lot of damage if you're not prepared. You know, probably get him next time. That was a pretty good fight. And the episode is already running a bit too long, I would say. So even though I wanted to kind of like reestablish the order of the episodes, or like it would start off with a run, I think we'll try to do that next time, depending on how long that run goes. But otherwise, except for the fact that I lost at the end, I would say that that was a pretty interesting Lambent Plume run. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching. Stay mindful, eat fruit, and don't multiply. Peace.